Wyoming is one of the least populated states, and let me tell you, it's not by accident. We love our space. While other places are seeing massive booms, we're just sitting back, enjoying the peace and quiet with a cold beer in our hand. But why exactly is our population growing at a turtle's pace? Hi, I'm Alisha Collins with the Alisha Collins Real Estate Team, and we sell houses in Casper, Wyoming, and in other parts of Wyoming, so reach out to us. Wyoming is an incredible place to live, work, and play. But let's be real, not everyone is lining up to move here. And honestly, I think it's part of the charm. So let's talk about why Wyoming's population growth is on the slower side. Personally, I think the slower growth is a blessing in disguise. Sure, it means fewer businesses and amenities, but it also preserves the wide open spaces, provides us a close-knit community, and we love our way of life here in Wyoming. With fewer than 600,000 residents spread across nearly 98,000 square miles, Wyoming is the least populated state in the U.S. That's a population density of just 6 people per square mile. Compare that to New York, which has over 400 people per square mile, and you start to see why Wyoming feels so open and untouched. The kind of space we have here in Wyoming can be a dream come true for some people. No traffic, no overcrowding, no waiting in lines at grocery stores, but for others it can be an adjustment. Some of our towns are really remote, which means a long drive for groceries, doctor visits, or even a night out. In some parts of the state, the nearest Walmart could be more than an hour away. And if you're used to instant service from Uber Eats and same-day Amazon delivery, you might be in for a huge culture shock. Wyoming's economy is heavily based on industries like energy, agriculture, and tourism. We have a strong oil, coal, and natural gas presence, which provides many jobs but can be quite unpredictable depending on the market conditions. Ranching and farming are also huge, but agriculture careers are just not for everyone. Now, if you're in tech, finance, or other white-collar industries, you might have a hard time finding a job because a lot of those people keep those jobs for a long period of time, unless you work remotely. Wyoming isn't home to what most would consider as major corporate headquarters. While many small businesses and startups are thriving, the job market isn't as diverse as in larger states. That being said, Wyoming is one of the most business-friendly states in the country, thanks to its lack of corporate and personal state income tax. If you're an entrepreneur, this could be an incredible place to start or relocate a business. And then there's winter. Wyoming doesn't just get cold in the wintertime, it gets Wyoming cold. If you've ever experienced ambient temperatures of 20 below zero or wind chills that make it feel like 40 below zero, you're in for a rude awakening. Wyoming sits right along the historic Oregon Trail, and let's just say the pioneers didn't have an easy time crossing through. The winters here are brutal, with freezing temperatures, relentless winds, and snow drifts that can swallow a whole car. Some parts of the state regularly see winds exceeding 50 miles an hour, which can make already cold temperatures feel even more extreme. Places like Cheyenne, Laramie, and Casper are known for their powerful blizzards, and it's not uncommon for roads to close for a few days at a time due to the drifting snow. Winter isn't just a season here, it's a way of life. If you don't have a four-wheel drive vehicle, a winter emergency kit, and a solid tolerance for icy windshields, you might not last long. Some people come here thinking they can handle the cold, only to relocate again to somewhere warmer after their first Wyoming winter. But others thrive here. Because of our low population and large land area, for some, Wyoming can feel very isolated, especially in the more rural areas. For some people, that is a dream come true. For others, it's an extreme challenge. In some towns, the nearest hospital or major grocery store could be an hour or more away. That means planning trips in advance and being prepared for long stretches without immediate access to services any time of the year, but especially during the winter when travel is more difficult. If you're used to big city convenience, Wyoming can feel a little empty. But with that isolation comes a strong sense of community and great resilience. Small towns in Wyoming are tight-knit, where neighbors know each other and are always willing to lend a hand. That's something you just don't find in more crowded states. One of the biggest misconceptions about Wyoming is that housing is cheap everywhere. While the majority of the state is affordable compared to the national averages, there are some major exceptions. Jackson Hole, for example, has some of the highest real estate prices in the entire country, driven by its incredible scenery, proximity to Grand Teton National Park, and a high number of second home buyers. The average home price in Jackson Hole is over $2 million, making it unaffordable for most of the people who actually work in the area. On the flip side, many smaller towns offer very reasonable home prices, And Wyoming's lack of state income tax makes it an attractive option for those looking to keep more of their paycheck. Unlike some of the states that are actively recruiting new residents with tax incentives and development programs, Wyoming isn't exactly rolling out the red carpet for massive population growth, and that's intentional. The state prioritizes preserving its open spaces, natural beauty, and way of life over rapid expansion. We're not handing out tax breaks to new residents or trying to build mega cities. That's just not our style. This means fewer large-scale housing developments and a slower pace of construction. While some towns are seeing moderate growth, Wyoming's overall population remains steady rather than skyrocketing. But for the right person, Wyoming is perfect. Despite the challenges we may face, Wyoming is an amazing place to live. If you love nature, community, and a slower pace of life, this might just be the place for you. We have some of the best outdoor recreation in the country, with Yellowstone, Grand National Teton Park, and countless hiking, skiing, and fishing opportunities. Our crime rate is one of the lowest in the nation, making Wyoming a safer place to be. The cost of living is lower than the national average in most areas, and there's no state income tax, like I said before. Wyoming isn't for everyone, and that's exactly why the people who do live here love it so much. It's a place for those who appreciate wide open spaces, fresh mountain air, and a way of life that stays true to its roots. If you're ready to trade the city traffic for scenic drives, crowded neighborhoods for endless horizons, and the daily grind for a more peaceful pace of living, Wyoming just might be calling your name. And if that's the case, my team and I would love to help you find the perfect home here in the Cowboy State. Whether you're looking for a cozy cabin, a spacious ranch, or a home in one of our friendly small towns, we've got the expertise to make your Wyoming dream a reality. Reach out to us today and let's start that journey. We have time for you. We love talking to all of you. I love it when you all tell us things in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more Wyoming insights, real estate tips, and behind-the-scenes looks at life in this amazing state. And remember, we want you to love where you live. See you soon. Let's see. But with but with that all.